Hey all you cool penguins. Okay, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about dealing with some sound problems in Ubuntu Linux 11.04 Natty Narwhal. I had somebody ask me they were having problems with their Google Talk, problems with their microphone to where they couldn't talk on the Google Talk or in the Google Hangouts and on the Google Plus, because their microphone wasn't working on their system. So fixing sound problems in Ubuntu Linux is usually pretty easy. You just have to get used to it. It's just a little bit different from the other systems. So what I'm going to focus on today is the sound icon up here in the top panel. This is the Unity desktop here for Ubuntu. But if we just click this little speaker icon here and then go down and click sound preferences. Well, first of all, let me point out that you have a slider bar here. This is to control your output volume, and you can click on the mute text there to mute the sound. But for mic related issues, we're going to go down here to sound preferences. I'm just going to scoot this window over here, and what you'll notice is that there's some different tabs here. We got the output volume and the mute setting, and but there's an input tab here. And as I'm talking, you'll notice that there's kind of a the input level is changing because it's recording my voice. The first thing you'll notice if your mic isn't working is that this thing won't be moving around at all. It'll be just kind of stuck, in one place. So some of the different things you can do is change this setting. Try each one of these settings to see which one works for you, and just change it to each one of them and talk into your microphone and see if you get some kind of output level. And then you can also amplify the setting for recording here with this slider bar. Also make sure that this mute isn't turned on here, that there's not a check mark for mute. If there's any settings down here in this area for this internal audio, you can toggle those. So as you can see, it's just kind of just testing the different settings to see which one gets your microphone working for you. Sometimes down here you'll see this weird device, like it'll say something like webcam. Some of the Logitech webcams have a mic right in the webcam, and so you can use that. You don't even have to plug in another microphone to the computer. Just make sure that that's selected, and again, just select these different settings and then talk into the mic and see if you have an output or an input level change here. And then I'll just show you some of this. Here's another one. Sometimes this setting you have to toggle back and forth. I've seen it where on another system the HDMI didn't work, but the stereo duplex did. Wouldn't worry about that tab too much. But between this input tab and the hardware tab, if you toggle these settings around until you find the input level moving around, that should pretty much fix your mic problems. There's one other place where you might have a sound setting that you can change. It's really not going to be an issue anymore in Natty, but maybe in some of the older Ubuntus, you could go to the terminal and open up the ALSA mixer. Ubuntu uses the pulse audio sound, which is a different sound system, but sometimes these in the older Ubuntus, this ALSA mixer setting will have an effect on the system. So you would just go through here and use your arrow keys and make sure that the sound levels are adjusted to the proper level. One thing I notice here is the front mic is turned all the way off, but I don't think that's a problem for me, because this other front mic boost here and the settings in the sound settings are set to where my microphone's working. So it's really just kind of a test it until it works for you. But now I've shown you the different settings where you can test. So do what's appropriate for your machine to get it working. And the last thing I want to say is you notice here there's F keys that you can push in this ALSA mixer. like I said, it probably wouldn't. This ALSA mixer probably really won't apply to Ubuntu 11.04, but it's kind of a hidden setting, so I just wanted to point it out. You know, for other systems, it's just ALSA mixer at the terminal command line there. So hopefully that helps you get your sound squared away. And you know, if you have any problems, go out there to shannonvanwagner.com and send me an email if you need specific help. I'd be glad to you know, provide whatever I can. And thank you to all that contribute to open source, free, the new Linux software, and you know, have a good day. Bye.